Hello, I think we're live.
Is it going to work?
I think so.
Okay.
We just had a thing come on and said we were reconnecting because of something. We're live. Anyway, so we're talking today about addressing the elephant iPhone in your marriage, and
because it can't just be us. I know it's not just us.
By the way, we're both wearing red today. You noticed that?
I know. We totally walked down. I walked downstairs and I was wearing the same color. So
yep.
it's red
Here
day.
we are.
I don't know.
We didn't even realize that. Okay, so it's all about love, baby. It's all about the love.
It's all about what gets in the way of the love.
The iPhone. The phone. Yeah. We're driving down the road the other day, and Christy, kids were in the back, and I was driving, and this has happened more than once, but it just recently happened the other day. And we're driving down the road, and Christy is,
I'm rolling my eyes because he's telling this version of the story. I could tell plenty of stories about you. I'm just saying. Just to preface. Go ahead.
But we're driving down the road, and it was one of those moments where you're with each other, and you're thinking, hey, let's enjoy each other. And so I just look at her, and I was like, are you going to join us, or are you going to sit on your phone?
He said, are you going to join the family, or are you going to look at your phone?
Yeah. Because you were looking at your phone. And I wanted you to
join
us.
But, okay, just in my own defense, and this is the trouble, because I think there's always a defense.
Okay.
Right? Like, there's always a rationalization of why you're on your phone when you could be with people, like, face-to-face, right? But in that moment, I was actually ordering groceries for our family. It was my grocery shopping, which you didn't know that, but that's truly what I was doing.
That Walmart grocery pickup.
It's so funny. Like, the number of people that have, like, signed up for it, Walmart should, like,
I don't know. From them.
Totally. I'm not trying to be, like, an advertisement for it, but it's awesome.
So, what we have planned on doing now.
But that's what I was doing, was grocery shopping.
And
on my phone, while we were driving. Multitasking. Being productive.
One of the reasons that I talk so much about phones is because of the impact that it's having on our relationships, but also our brains and our attention spans and that kind of thing. And I think, so what Chrissy and I do, we're going to put a link at the top of this video for you to click and download. What we have is an electronic nuptial agreement.
We call it an e-nup.
An e-nup. And it's awesome, and it works well for the most of the time, except when we're driving down the road and you're ordering groceries. But part of that e-nup is setting some limits. I
could have been on the Bible reading. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, I could have. I mean, I wasn't, but I could have been.
Part of setting some of these limits and the importance of this, and one of the things that we do in our e-nup is having a 24-hour fast from Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown. That's one of them. Yeah. And one of the things you've recently been doing as well is
turning off my phone. So I actually started turning off my phone at 8 p.m. and turning it back on at not till 8 a.m. because I was finding it was the last thing I would do before bed, and it was the first thing I would wake up to every day. And I found that, at least for me, I was totally lacking those moments of stillness, which I believe are when the Lord can speak most clearly to us, because otherwise there's too much noise. Like, we're not listening. And
you're supposed to be cuddling me, not your phone.
That too. Yeah, that too. But so that has really helped me. And I've actually slept a lot better lately. Like, I'm dreaming. And I've heard a number of people say that, just turning their phone off. I don't know if that's a real thing.
And it's I think the biggest thing for us is that it's easy to get so defensive in our marriage about the phone. Yeah. And rather than prioritizing, instead of defending or justifying time on your phone, let's start justifying and defending time with one another.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're doing. We're putting the kids down at bed at night, and then we're going off on our phones, or whatever that looks like, rather than connecting with one another. And when you're not connecting with one another, it just sets the tone for the entire house. Yeah. And so that's our heart, is to not allow the iPhone or the phone or whatever it is you have, Android, come in between your relationship with one another.
Right. And we're just hearing this from couples friends, family, everyone, that this is becoming the new, I would almost say, like, blocker of relationships.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy, it's so accessible, and there's so much to do on a phone.
Sometimes I'll just say, you're married to your phone or you're married to me, baby.
That's horrible. But it's true. But just start somewhere. That's it.
Yeah, start somewhere. Set one limit. We have no technology at any meal times either with our kids or with each other. Like we put technology away at the meal time. So even if that's one of them, take technology away at the meal.
But I think coming up with the e-nup for us is just something that helps us on the same page because it's something we've agreed on prior to. So when it does happen, you're a little less defensive because you have agreed to that.
Yeah.
I mean, we agreed to XYZ. And that's, you spell it out for you because your family is going to be totally different than our family. And your marriage, relationships, time with kids, all that.
Yeah, so look at that link. We'll put that link on this when we post it on this video, and then download that e-nup and tailor it to your own family, tailor it to your own marriage, to your own relationship. And also,
I think it's just not letting the iPhone win, right? Like putting ourselves back. Mic drop. Putting ourselves back in control versus it's just so easy to steal time.
Yeah.
From you.
So comment too ways that you guys have used the iPhone to reconnect in your marriage or technology to reconnect or ways that you've set limits on it so that you and your spouse are connecting with one another. Let's share those with each other this week and talk about that.
Yeah.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.